What up, though? What up, though? We back. We got Girl Scout cookies. We got coconut water. We got, what else we got? Hey, we got good merchandise. Hey, we got it all down here.
We got a bowl full of questions. Y'all know we're going to get to that.
But most of all, guess what we do have? We have a special guest in the house.
Brand new guest.
Man, come on, man. You already know we the pod. We getting ready to take off. We want to welcome to the space shuttle right here. Let me give you the man's credentials, man. He's been on Fox 2 News. He's been on Flyzone Radio. He's been on Masqurade meets bridal and fashion. This man right here is a fashion pioneer. Come on, man. We got to give it up to him one time. This man right here has also been in Tubi Movies, Power and Purpose podcast, and this podcast right here. Come on, man. You gotta feel the energy. We've been kicking it all day. So what I like to do is give a round of applause. Welcome for our guy, Carl Turner, aka Carl. Come on, Carl Money. Come on, man.
Let's get it.
Come on, let's.
Appreciate y'all for having me, brothers.
Oh man. You know this brother.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Man, you know what? I'm great to have him down here because we've been kicking it all the way, for weeks up until this particular show. And this man right here got words of wisdom. Just gallons and gallons of wisdom anybody can pick up on. And this guy right here is also an owner and creator of this BBG. That's right, I said it. BBG clothing wear. You see that?
Built by God Clothing.
Built by God Clothing. Come on now.
Built by God Clothing, LLC.
That's right.
I started that back in 2014, man.
2014.
2014, over 10 years in business.
Tell us more about it.
So when I started it, I had already been saying for some time, you know what, I'm going to start a clothing brand. The name of the clothing, and I said the name of the clothing brand will be Built by God Clothing. Mm-hmm. The reason it's called Built by God is because of a journey that God has had me on that I'm still on. As we all walk our journey in this life, it was for me, how can I let people know that whatever you go through, whatever you going through, whatever you got going on, you can make it. Everything you ever been through in your life, you got to understand you got through or you wouldn't be. So if people can put clothes on, people can find inspiration from anywhere.
Right.
But every day to put something on and you see yourself in the mirror and you see yourself, you know what, I am built by God. Can't nothing stop me. I am incredible. I am amazing. You know what I'm saying? I am intelligent. I am empowered. But not only can it do that for me, it can do that for you. It can do it for you. It can do it for any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like anything you do in this life, it starts within first. And a lot of times it's all about how you feel about you.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I can tell you are a man of faith. And faith has a lot to do with, everything you put in your clothing, especially the name by itself, Built by God Clothing brand. Mm-hmm. Other than how you just explained it, is there another spiritual awakening that happened to you that came up with that particular name?
Yeah, it is. So before I even started seeking God, man, I went through a thing. I was in the streets, like so many guys. Either we know, that we all know.
Right.
So I did something that it didn't sit well with me.
Okay.
When I did it. So and I felt bad about it. I stole some money from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So because I felt bad about it, I kept asking myself, why would I do that? Why am I like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't the first time I stole, but times before this, I never felt bad about it. Mm-hmm. I was just, it was a means to it. I had something I had to do. But this time, it bothered me.
Right.
I was sitting at my mother's house one day, and something kept telling me to open it. Just open it. She had, like, in the corner, my brother had passed a Bible, like with candles, his picture, my brother's picture on it and everything. But something kept telling me, open it. I walked over to it. All I did was just open the book. The very first thing I read was, without lack of bread, you would transgress against your brother. And it fucked me up.
You remember that too.
You fucking
you know
right.
It was a good
because I know what was tugging at me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know like something was wrong, but when I went and did that, I had to step back and look around like, you knew.
Right. She read your spirit.
God knew.
Mm-hmm.
When I opened that Bible, the very first thing I looked on was my conviction.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
that happens a lot too, because what's the old saying goes? It might not be biblical. We said he may not be always there when you want him, but he's always on time.
Yeah,
he was on time.
You know what? And I do feel bad because when you say you stole something, I'm sure you wanted to give it back, but in that scenario, you can't, because if you would have gave it back, they probably would have still came for you just off the fact of.
I mean, over time, I did end up.
Oh, you paid it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, that's good because I'm glad you were able to do that, because a lot of people they don't wake up.
Yeah.
And they get sign after sign. Look, you need to stop what you're doing.
But because it was so, the message and the way it resonated with me when I read that, right? Because the way I felt it wasn't like, somebody telling you something or like a pastor said something or somebody kind of, no, this was different.
Right. I
had more questions. You know what I'm saying? Different questions I had, God started revealing things to me as soon as I went to him. Now, not saying that this happens for everybody like that. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But even the more that God started revealing to me, I did do a thing before.
Mm-hmm.
I got on my knees, and prayed to God with a certain type of, I guess, with everything that I was being convicted by. Right. And I repented. And I did it like I meant it with everything in me, because I really felt like that. And God showed me it's okay. I knew you was going to do this. Hey, the only reason you did it because I said you was going to do it.
Right. So he led your spirit abound in humbleness to ask him, look, and that happens to a lot of people too. A lot of people aren't humble enough to come to him to ask him for guidance. And I'm glad you did.
I'm glad I did. Right. That was the most important thing I ever did in my life.
Right.
Because after that moment, right, so many more things took place. It ain't like it's just been easy, but a lot more doors started opening up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The darkness that was in my spirit, it started removing itself, and I was able to begin filling those dark voids and those dark spaces in me with light.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that light and that inspiration and those things, the way it came, it can only come from God.
This whole time I'm talking to you, I'm feeling your spirit, and also I'm looking at your shirt right there. Mm-hmm. Look at how it's designed. It shows the real Messiah unmasking the fake one.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The wolves in sheep's clothing right there.
Absolutely.
And you got the children or the people by the side of the real Messiah.
Absolutely.
And I'm just breaking it down in my mind the whole time like that. That's actually blowing my mind right now.
And I designed it to be like that. You see, he's bound. Mm-hmm. He's unmasked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, that's a real thing. We've been tricked into believing lies. That's why now it's shit. They hate you if you tell the truth.
Oh, for real.
Soon as you start telling the truth, they hate you. And they will find any and everything, right, to make you look like something is wrong with you.
And that's real, because they say in the scripture said, in the last days, man will not endure sound doctrine. Mm-hmm. And it's true. Every day you see it.
Yeah. Cancel
culture. Mm-hmm. I can't believe this person said that. You hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
This is where we are right now.
I mean, I guess those feelings things, man, this is my take on Phil. And even when I speak to my wife a lot of times, I try and explain to her that I thought a way. I didn't feel a way. And then it's like checking my thoughts. Because you can feel a thing. That feeling can be wrong. Feelings come and go. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I think you did a thing intentionally to hurt me. I didn't like how I felt. Or, you know, vice versa. Her. She doesn't like how I felt.
Right.
But did I intentionally do a thing to hurt you?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
and that's even in life with dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? People don't like how I feel, but sometimes, guess what? A motherfucker need to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Because it's the truth, man. You got so many people in the world living a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You living a lie.
Living delusion.
That's exactly what they're doing. They
Living
fucking
delusion.
delusional.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: as far as that design goes, how long did it take you to come up with that concept?
This, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've been had this concept for a long time. This design here, just the BBG by itself, like if you can see it, just how the logo is on the wristband. So, 2014 when I started, I had a different logo.
Okay.
I had a logo that
I was
was
gonna
designed.
ask that too.
Yeah. It had an ankh on it.
Ankh, I know what it is. I can't think of what it is right now though.
So it's like it's the symbol of life, but it has like the circle at the top
with the horizontal line.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Yeah. I knew that's what it was.
So it had a few different details around it. And the thing was, people would always ask me, what this mean? What this mean? What this mean? So as far as me wanting to get a message out, I couldn't use it through symbols. You know what I'm saying? So I was laying there one day. I always knew if you look at the BBG, it also says 1313G.
It do. Because I said 1 3, yeah.
Yeah, so it was always designed to be that way. So it's built by God.
313G, I get you.
I see it right now, yeah, right.
Yeah, 313 is where we from.
Right.
God is in Detroit.
I got to press this button for that one. Hold on.
I'd hate to think Detroit is the only place you got.
Yeah, I say if people look at, if the world trying to figure out what God at, and you look at everything that's been going on in Detroit, and with people, with the brands, the way our city is moving, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, God is in Detroit. Everybody get their turn. It's our turn.
So who was some of your first models?
Some of my first models, as far as like
Clothing.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Me, my kids, my wife, my mom. My mother for real is probably my biggest supporter. She probably got more Built by God stuff than me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For real, man.
Now, I know you do shirts and stuff like that. You also do hats and hoodies, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hats, hoodies, is hats, hoodie sets, coats. You know,
coats.
so yeah, I've been doing it, and I might have some of this or some of that. You know, whatever may be. These times that we live in right now. 1 minute they want them baggy, next minute they want them smaller.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So before I used to try and keep up with everything, where now it's like, hey, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? In business, sometimes I think, and that's a lot less stress on me. So I used to try and keep everything to where now people, oh, can you do this? Or you got this? Or when you gonna do this? No, this is what I got.
Right. Also, too, did you always have the idea that you want to start a clothing brand, or did it just one day you just decided you wanted to do it?
So I got a cousin, man. My cousin Ron, he in Georgia. He locked up right now, man. But he was one of the first people who ever talked to me about God, right? And he was still street, you know what I'm saying? He was still hustling. And when I'm talk about God, he spoke about it and kind of broke it down in a way that nobody never broke it down. You know, because we all got family members that move ways or know people that moved a certain way. And he compared how my brother was moving and how my brother lived, right, with King David and the way King David moved in the Bible. He would say, he like, man, dog, you got to read. Nigga, David was a motherfucking killer, was a stone cold killer. You know what I'm saying? This is how he this is how God used him to begin to reign. Mm-hmm. So just those, I'm like, And he would say certain scriptures that would make me think certain things. And when I say, fast forward from that, around a year later, is when I started my own journey through the word. But yeah, me and him one day was just shooting the shit back and forth, talking. I'm like, man, I'm built by God. You crazy. Ain't nobody built like that. I'm built by God. He like, what? We should go get some shirts made that say that. We went and got some shirts made that said it. I looked at it, like just looking at it, just because it wasn't no design. It was just the words built by God. I looked at the shirt and I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to sell these. They say built by God. And this had to be like, I want to say about 2007. That's when the thought came.
Right.
It wasn't until 2014 until I actually did it.
7 years later. Yeah. 7 is a divine number.
7 is a number of completion.
Mm-hmm.
So you finally completed what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you can't tell me this is not a spiritual path that this man is walking on.
No, I don't. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to know, was this your first business?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first legal business.
Okay.
How does it feel to know that you open up something that has not only your brand but your name and is built out of spirituality?
It was done intentional. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you say name, like I am somebody, right? But who am I to everybody else? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If God say I should love my brother as I love myself, I have to be who I say I am. That's the only way you can truly see me as your brother. You know what I'm saying? Your brother not here to hurt you. Your brother not here to rob you. Your brother not here to take from you or kill you. You know what I'm saying? Your brother is here to love you. Your brother is here to help you. Your brother is here to help connect you. You know what I'm saying? Your brother is here to build with you. And that's all it is. Like, how can, if we side by side, how can I ever be against you?
Now, I want to ask you this, since you mentioned that. Why do you think we don't look at each other as brothers and sisters anymore?
Because how can you don't trust nobody. All the people you love the most have done the worst shit to you. Think about your brother, your sister, the person you love, your husband, your wife, your spouse, your kid, your uncles, these little, that did shit to little, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The people that we've been the closest with and in the most close proximity in all of our life have done the worst shit to us. So it's hard to look at a motherfucker and really, you know what I'm saying? Unless
you're always watching them.
Yeah, you always watching them. Even when the motherfucker ain't did nothing to you.
Right. Right.
Because now it's like, damn, I don't trust him. He's supposed to be family. Can I trust my other cousin? Now I get it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's everybody is reacting. You know what I'm saying? Or reenacting a thing that has been going on.
That trauma that can't get rid of. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And you know, I want to
and not to just cut you off,
ahead.
But I've noticed people, like I'm a people watcher. Like even I sit with my wife and we just watch people. We even make up certain, like, I bet they seen it. We do little shit like that. It'd just be me and her. But even outside of that, I watch how people move. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some of the, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some of the motherfuckers that you think is the realest motherfuckers or some cold motherfuckers do some flawed ass shit. You get what I'm saying? And just do little shit. I've seen motherfuckers that like, damn nigga, you a real petty motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? To where, like, for me, I see myself above shit. You get what I'm saying? I don't allow a motherfucker on some hating ass shit or on some bitch ass shit, and then now I gotta do some more bitch ass shit to them. Damn, so it comes as like, well, nigga, he controlling the show.
So do you feel like sometimes if somebody get the last laugh, you should just walk away and not try to react to that?
What's the last laugh though? What's the last?
I'm saying,
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
say if somebody do something petty to you or attack you, do you feel like, okay, we're gonna stop it here? I'm not even gonna react. I'm gonna finally walk away, because if I react, the pattern gonna keep going. You get down on me, I get down on you.
It got to stop somewhere.
So sometimes it got to stop with, okay, you just.
That don't mean, because like, that don't mean you know hoe. That don't mean nothing.
It don't
you know
mean
what I'm saying? That don't mean you know none of that. It just mean
you matured.
Nigga, I got bigger shit going on in my life than to go back and forth with a motherfucker that done said some shit I didn't like. How dog say in the movie, nigga, I put all this, and because you don't like how another motherfucker talk.
Snowfall.
Yeah. Let a motherfucker say what they want to say.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking
because long as it ain't directed or motherfucker ain't touching you or stopping your flow, nigga, I don't.
And that's hard. The first time I ever walked away from a fight, I still it didn't feel right, but I matured immediately after that. Now it's like it's easier to do it. It's just that first hurdle of doing it.
But you know, I was talking to a wise man last night exactly about what you just said. Say if he said something about me, I'm not going to stress out later on and be like, this motherfucker said this about me. I got two options to take it. I can react right then and there. That could result in some bigger problems. Or I could just not deal with them.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, and it's easy to just not deal with a motherfucker too, because guess what? Like, I ain't going to lie. I'm the type of motherfucker, you say something or you saying something or you say something that's questionable, right? Because a nigga say something that ain't really what they meant, but it might have sounded like that. But then you got all these other motherfuckers, I think he did that'll implement something in the motherfucker head to where it's so motherfucking easy, either pick up that phone or pull up. Hey, what up, bro? When you said this, you know what I'm saying? I need to know what you saying.
Yeah, and that's real, especially face to face.
What you saying? Because it's either, no, it wasn't like that. I was just saying woo, woo, woo. Or, yeah, nigga, I feel like this. And if it's like that, right? Nah, I know. I ain't got to touch you. I ain't got to do shit to you. I ain't know you felt like that, bruh. Or whatever it is. I ain't in your way. You ain't in my way.
Right.
Now, I did want to know, because you said reading people. Is it easy for you to see demons in people?
Yeah. I literally, before I pulled up, was just on the phone with Ken. And I was telling him, like, you know, I still, I guess, do as much human shit as possible. Like, go out, you know, kind of hang out. But I could see that shit on motherfuckers. The more they drink, the more they smoke, the more they pop them pills and shit.
That's why they call them spirits.
I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly why they call
That's why they call them spirits.
Yeah, but the spiritual world is a real world. It's a real place. And it's parallel here with us. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When motherfuckers talk about having breakthroughs, right? Yeah, that you break through into that side. But there's also sides.
There's two different sides.
There's a light side. There's a dark side. And then there's us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit be real. And the more, when you think about the music they playing all day, slide on a nigga, pop on a nigga, kill on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then you think about how hard life is. Life ain't just hard for us or you. It's rich motherfucker. Like, no, life's still hard. You still, if you got a $50,000 motherfucking rent or a mortgage, nigga, you still got to get up and figure out how to get that $50,000 in real life. You know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker see people that be having money like, oh, they got it easy. They got this. No, they got the same motherfucking problems you got.
Probably got worse problems.
Just bigger.
Like you said, that $50,000.
You know what I'm saying?
How often is for somebody just to get $50,000?
Oh, they ain't. They ain't.
You know, I got to touch on what you just said about this music, you know, how it influenced people. I come to find out a long time ago, it's also what you wear. Like, case in example, I had nothing against people who wear those Pooh Shiesty masks, but when you put that on, I notice certain people do like a transition. They feel more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Free.
They feel, not free to...
They reveal they alternate side. It's like going to Masqurade. A lot of people, when you got a mask on, you behave different.
Listen, man, that's all it is, man. People like, we see skin. People still looking at skin color. People look at, oh no, they got this race, so you this race. No, man, like, mask off, nigga. What Future say? Mask off, motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These ain't nothing but masks. These bodies pulled over. Because think about it, right? If you ever think about, like, who you are, is it who the clothes you got on, the glasses you wear? That ain't who you are.
That's some people's identity, though, and it's sad.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. Because who you are is on the inside.
Hey, thank you.
It ain't got shit to do with your outside. You know what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker come in there wearing nothing, like just the most regular shit, and be the richest motherfucker on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Or he can come in there, but even then, whoever he is on the inside, because if he an evil motherfucker and a fucked up person, just because you got on certain shit, don't take away from the fact, nigga, you a fucked up motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the people who what they say, something about the devil dresses nicer, something about...
Oh, the devil wears Prada.
He wear Prada. The devil is going to be suited and booted.
But that's not necessarily what that means. I mean,
I
know what you're saying.
I'm trying to be a little literal with it.
Yeah, because...
Just look at the man on your shirt. He is walking around with no shoes on. Regular robes. Compared to somebody who's actually trying to deceive you, they're going to dress like they're going to dress much sharper, more cunning. So...
In other words, I know what you're saying. It's sort of like, from what I was told before, the devil can sit on a pot of gold and wish you would give you whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like you said, a snazzy dresser, nice shoes, money to the sky.
Right.
And once you fall for it, now you on his time.
But it's not about, for me, right? I can't speak for other people.
Right.
It's not about falling for it, right? Because this is the thing. If I told you, right, you go down there to that corner, man, there's going to be a motherfucker trying to give you something, don't take it. Keep going. And you go down there and do it anyway, right? Exactly what you was told not to do. Did the devil deceive you?
No. You made a choice.
You did. It's not even that you made a choice. Or you made a choice to disobey.
Yeah.
What was told to you to do. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the same thing as sin. You get what I'm saying?
You pretty much just said Eve in the garden.
Listen, but even in life, right? Even in life, we all come with instructions. You got an instruction manual. You got shit that's on the inside of you that tell you for real what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. You get what I'm saying? If you do it anyway, that means for real, the one that went against what God told him not to do was who?
It was you.
Who are we? Am I here to entice people to do anything? Is any man in here to entice you to do anything? But you have people that do it.
I always say that where there's a choice, there are no victims. That was you. You should have weighed your options.
Because listen, what's in you to be, you was born with that, man.
But do you also believe in fate? If somebody is, from the day they born, being held by their parents, meant to be a drug addict, that's just their fate. Can you change your fate?
Can you change your fate?
It's like
it's like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe that's something that everybody is here trying to do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because how can you? That's like a flower is only a flower. Can a flower say, fuck being, I don't want to be a flower, I want to be a tree? Can the motherfucker become a tree?
That's interesting to know. I like to think through mutation.
Maybe through mutation. You know what I'm saying? But even as human beings, as who we supposed to be, right? Mm-hmm. Can we be something other? Well, now you got humans telling humans, yeah, you can be something other than what you are.
They do every day.
And guess what? People believe it. People believe it.
They even say right now you could be a donkey if you want to be.
But listen, this the thing, right? Who you are is in your soul. Now that being that's on the inside of you, I don't believe that it's either male, female, nothing. It just is. You get what I'm saying? It just is. So maybe there's something in humans these days, right? That we just are.
So let me ask you this. Affirmations, how important are they?
You should be telling yourself who you are and what you are. You
every day, every morning.
Every day. You got living organisms, living things inside your body. You should be able to tell yourself, I ain't sick, ain't shit wrong with me.
So for you,
I'm great. I'm wonderful.
And I agree with that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Every day the world's telling you that you ain't nothing.
Yeah, and the world telling you, oh, be scared of this. Be scared of that. Be scared of this. Listen, I told somebody this not too long ago, right? I said, it's more times in the Bible God says do not fear than anything else God say in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Do not fear. Be of good courage. So if somebody is trying to make me fear, someone is trying to scare me, you are not of my God. You have to be of Satan.
And that's simple.
You have to be of something evil. Which means, nigga, if I got the power to kill your motherfucking ass and God gives me the power to do that, then I absolutely should. Because if you telling me to fear, or you threatening my wife, or you threatening my kids, you threatening my being and my existence, why should I feel like or even think like, oh, it's all good, let me turn, let me run, let me get help? I came with everything I need when I woke up and stepped out the house.
Right.
God is with me. Since I came to God and came in the knowledge of, God has not left me. God is with me. Everything I do, everywhere I go, every thought that I have. You ever notice that some people, they can just walk in a room, right? And there's something just written on the essence of their being. They ain't even got to open their motherfucking mouth.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can feel people into the room without even looking. You just feel that energy.
And sometimes you feel the room get cold.
But guess what? That's a real thing. It's some people that got that they protected damn near like a fucking force field. Mm-hmm. You can't see it, I can't see it, but nigga, I know it's real. And everywhere I go, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But this is just me. This is who I am. I didn't ask to be this. I didn't try and be who I am. I don't have to try. Like motherfuckers, I don't understand dudes when they be like, nigga, I'm a real nigga. I'm real this, I'm real that. You ain't got to say what you are. Right. You are what you are in this world.
Right.
You ain't got to say nothing.
True, but that's also affirmation. If we look at it from another perspective, that's them trying to...
Who they trying to convince, though?
Themselves. Like
so
if today,
anything you trying to do with yourself don't need to be done with everybody else.
That's true. That's true. But maybe they talking to themselves and we just overheard it. I see things from several perspectives.
You should.
You're right though.
You should though.
Yeah. But you know, I see where you're coming from too. If I gotta convince you, say I'm around people and I gotta convince you what I am, I don't believe in myself.
That's true, but that's
why because like, I need you to think like that.
Yeah.
Or if I say it to myself when nobody's around, I'm already that person whether you're there or not.
That's why I like loners. Somebody who walk around alone and very quiet. You could tell they don't care about appeasing other people. They don't care about your opinion. They don't need you to validate themselves. They're on a journey for self to see what they're capable of and who they are. They don't.
Because I would say also add this too. If you were to, like you said, if you were to walk in the room and you are who you say you are, other people will tell you to your face, "Oh, you this."
Yeah.
You don't even have to get other people's confirmation.
Hey, but sometimes y'all be wrong. Some people gut feelings be wrong.
All the time.
You're this. No, I'm not.
No, man, it ain't in your gut.
So let me ask you
It's
this.
in your whole being.
It's in your being. It's in your mind.
I
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Life gonna do what life do.
Right.
You either is or you ain't. Like, some motherfuckers be always talking about how shit don't feel good and it hurt, or, you know what I'm saying, they going through a lot of shit. Nigga, greatness ain't easy. Greatness don't feel good.
That's a steep climb.
It don't feel good. It just look good. You get what I'm saying?
And I talk about that all the time. If you want to be great, you're going to go through some shit.
Yeah. Man, I've been going through shit all my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Just being honest. And, like, I don't brag on myself. Because I don't have to brag about me being me. I wake up and thank God every day that I ain't nobody else but me. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing.
Thanks.
So, like, when I say things like, I be hearing so much, oh, we got emotional. You got a lot of people, they just now coming into things or getting things or doing things. They have emotion since I came to this planet. Whether it's my family, whether it was my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, my brothers, and when I started moving, whether it was playing sports, everything I ever did, listen, man, I wasn't like a slouch at it. I wasn't bad at it. I was good at, you know what I'm saying? That ain't no me fabricating or acting like this. Anybody that know me and have known me throughout my life, whether it was in the streets or whether it was in the schools and playing ball, you know what I'm saying? Even just coming up out of a lot of situations that, shit, I probably should have been fucking dead or in prison some motherfucking where. To be able to come out of things and move the way I move, like, ain't shit about this life easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. Mm-hmm. And you ain't even gotta take it. Just go get it. Cause if it's for you, guess what? You gonna get it.
Right. Facts.
You ain't gotta take nobody else shine. Mm-hmm. You should be helping you know what I'm saying? Helping motherfuckers that you know is just like you. Mm-hmm. We all like-minded. We all trying to do the same things. We all trying to get to the same place in life. You know what I'm saying? Or not the same place, but in that same space where, man, I love my peace. I love having peace. Sometimes just quiet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to talk.
Thanks.
There's a question. I shouldn't ask it, but do you wonder if heaven has a ghetto?
Man. So look. Hey, look. I done been in the studio. I ain't sitting here like, oh, I'm a rapper and all this. But I do go in the studio. I do fuck around, right? And I got a song that say, Pac asks if heaven got a ghetto. I said, oceans is deep. So I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? We thinking heaven could be up. Heaven and our souls could be dwelling in them oceans.
I think heaven, if I do think on it like that, I want everybody to, if we even have physical bodies or whatever, I want everybody to exist in their prime. I don't feel like a grandpa when he transitions should look like a grandpa. Look like your 25 or 35-year-old self.
But it also can be this when I think about it, because I had those thoughts about heaven and what it would be like. We all are our own individual being that come from one source, right? So maybe it's a person's energy you feel and you recognize. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because we are energy beings, our energy recognize each other before you even know my name, before I even know your name.
Maybe we're cells returning to a greater being. It's so many theories.
That's it.
So many.
That's it. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't too much, because like heaven, maybe heaven is on the inside of you.
Could be.
Or maybe it's on the inside of a woman.
The Bible do say look within. And that's when I start to meditate, and you know, something isn't like you keep talking about spirit and all that other stuff. There's something in there.
Or maybe heaven is your peace.
It could be. Heaven is your happy place.
You never really know. Because I just want to mention, since you brought that up, I was meeting with some people. We start talking similarly to what we're talking about now. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you know when you got that spiritual feeling? Mm-hmm. It's like a gentle fire going through your body. That's the best way I can describe it. Mm-hmm. And you just sit there and all of a sudden, you kind of meditate. You know, you're not sleepy, but you meditate. Yeah. And you feel your spirit just recharging itself.
They can absolutely do that, man. That's why it's good to be around people that's got real, genuine love. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Love is a superpower that for some reason people choose not to use. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that. Love is a superpower. I try my best to show love to people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? My family. Just love on them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't be everything for everybody because then I take away from myself. But anytime I'm in contact with them, anytime I'm around people, I love on them. I compliment people just because. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a reason. Just, hey, damn, dog, I'm kick sweet. They might not be. But, you know what I'm saying? I do it because it's a form of showing love. People I know, I might just share shit.
And you know put smiles on their face when you do stuff like that.
That's the point.
Pass the positive.
Because if I can infect you with positivity, if I can infect you with some type of light, you know what I'm saying, or some type of love, then it's infectious. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When I met my wife, you know what I told my wife? God loved me a certain way. A love I ain't never felt before in my life. I want to love you that way.
Oh, that's powerful,
like,
man.
No, on some real shit.
Fell
like,
for you immediately. That's powerful.
I'm being for real. Like, I don't always get it right, though. Mm-hmm. I fuck up. Like, that's them things like shit. Yeah. We all got character flaws. We all got flaws. But whereas I'm one way, it's like that yin and that yang. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, because I love her, I be away to express that love for her. You know what I'm saying? I be patient and you get what I'm saying? Those things you gotta be.
And even in her absence, you still respectful to what y'all both have and share. Yeah,
like when I said you know what I'm saying, I love you, I mean that. That don't go nowhere.
A man's love though is different from a woman's love. Like when we like, if I say I love you, trust me. With my personal experiences, I feel like women be more loose with the word love. Men, we don't say it too often. We do need to say it more. Some people really don't say it at all.
Well, you know, I think with us men, we like to show love more than we say it.
I'll give you
You know what I mean?
That part too.
I'll go there.
Yeah, because I don't know. I can't speak for you, brother. But me, I like to show love.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, if something is in you to do it, why would you fight against what's already in you? Mm-hmm. To be something else that the world is saying you should be.
Right.
The world will tell you, man, fuck these hoes, fuck that. Women sit up all day. Oh, fuck these niggas. These niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And quite honestly, most niggas ain't shit. Yeah. Most women ain't shit.
Yeah.
It's true statements, right? But to say all women, that's absolutely false.
Yeah, no absolutes.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no absolutes in life. So, yeah, man, you just got to be, man, real with you and for real about what it is that you want and what you want to do. How do you know who you are, what you are, right? Unless, for me, I had to seek God in order to understand who and what I am.
You know, speaking with you for this past, 45 minutes, it sounds like I'm talking to a pastor right now. And, I know you don't have to be behind the pulpit to be one, but you ever thought about, have you ever talked to people or talked to the youth about your views, stuff like that?
I have. Man, being honest, everybody I come across, I talk to it about.
So you are you are a pastor?
Like everybody I come in contact with, like I ain't sitting here putting on for the show. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's who I am. But some people that's been around me and knowing me before I started seeking and before I got on this path, I talk to them about that and I talk to them about, you know what I'm saying, whatever else.
Right.
Now I do want to know, how hard is it to convince a young man he's going the wrong way?
Well, for the most part, just you being a man not able to do it. It was everything that's in you. It's darkness in all of us. You didn't see the light until God said, let there be light. Until then, it wasn't no light. So if you not exemplifying the God in you or that light in you or the truth that's in you to the youth or to that young man, you know what I'm saying? If you operating out of a space to where you got an angle. You got motherfuckers like a lot of pastors. Oh, they got an angle. They preaching the gospel from the book, but they ain't giving it to them for real. You know what I'm saying? Because they leave that and then they just go be regular motherfuckers. No, you have an obligation, not to these people, but to God, to do a thing and to be a way. And if you leading, right, and you flawed and you doing your own shit, guess what the congregation is going to do?
It would do the same thing.
Because you was put in that position to lead these people.
Leading by example.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and you leading by example. You running around this motherfucker jumping in jets and Rolls Royces and, you know what I'm saying? You got this big mega church. But then when bad things may come about that's in the world, but I'm here because of God. God got me doing this thing. Man, I seen what pastors was telling people, the homeless, they can't be up over there. Or what was that, the flood down there in Texas somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
And they told them, oh, no, you can't seek refuge here at my church.
Joe Osteen with New Orleans.
Yeah,
Hurricane Katrina.
No, that was in Texas, too.
It was in Texas.
No, I'm saying a lot of people from New Orleans drove buses to Texas.
It was another one, too.
I don't think it was Katrina, but I think
I remember it was Katrina for sure.
It was Katrina.
He kept saying he just got his carpets done.
But it was another one, too, because this particular hurricane hit Georgia, Texas, and all that.
Because I remember with Katrina, when he finally did open up the doors, he didn't know what to do, so he started passing around a collection plate. For displaced people, you passing around a collection plate? I remember that specifically.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying, it was another hurricane, too.
No, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. But I remember that one specifically.
Oh, yeah, that one,
most
definitely.
I remember that
But,
specifically.
you know, it's so crazy that you said you flying around in jets. The Messiah, you know, they say he rode on a donkey to deliver the word.
And he walked everywhere.
You know?
Barefoot.
A lot of times he was by himself.
I mean, like, we live in times now to where in this space and in this time that we live in, man, I don't understand why it's homelessness, why it's poverty. You know what I'm saying?
It's polarity. You have to have opposites.
Like,
unfortunately, I don't agree with it, but when you start to understand universal law, it's polarity, man.
But it's not. I guess that's the part I don't understand, because it's something in me that I'm not able to just look at people suffering. You get what I'm saying? I'm not able to just watch that and feel like, as a man, that's okay. I'm not able to watch these things, and you know what I'm saying? I get it that, yeah, it's a lot of things that I would love to do and ways I would love to help, but shit, you got to save yourself first before you can help anybody. Mm-hmm. You know?
I like to think a lot of wealthy people, the millionaires and the billionaires of the world, are the same as you, but they just don't come around, because if they did walk through the hood, they would want to contribute, would want to help out. It was a guy in, I want to say Florida, he pretty much became a millionaire again. He is a billionaire. He became a millionaire. He started giving so much away, free college, free everything. So it's a lot of people, if they just walk through the areas, they'll be more giving. Most wealthy people really don't know how bad it is for us under the clouds.
And you know, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of questionable things that the so-called, I guess, upper echelon or people with money like that, they don't know. They don't know.
All they do is on vacation all the time or hanging at country clubs, but cross 8 Mile.
But I will also say, too, you also got to watch who you help as well.
That I definitely agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, because I'm a big proprietor of helping, just like you said, I don't like to see people suffer. But if you put yourself in that position and you burn bridges, I can't help you.
Because I remember Kanye, he started up a church. He said so many people were stealing from the church.
See?
Stealing musical equipment.
Man.
He's just trying to look out, do the right thing. They take it from him.
Yeah, bro. It's like I say, it's not just bad things just not happening to you. And when I say you, each of us individual. You know what I'm saying? It's happening everywhere. But because we seeing it happen everywhere, right? That's why, like how I say, I compliment people. I love on people. Even if your whole day been negative, right? I'm going to find a way to make it, to put some type of positivity in people's life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's with a word, anything. Because for real, motherfuckers need it. Everybody needs some type of inspiration or to be able to draw it from. You know, and a lot of times that inspiration is more or less just like a light. Something because we living in some real dark and wicked times.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? We living in a lot of it's a lot of people that don't know and don't understand what's going on. But once you really fully and you really for real got to stop. Be able to stop all your emotions, stop everything you're doing. And just kind of sit back and watch. And you'll start seeing like, wait a minute, I saw that. Wait a minute. You get what I'm saying? Your path, it'll open up for you. But you got so many people moving so fast all day. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. God can be talking to you. How can you hear him?
You know, I got to mention that, what you just said. When you in motion. Now, this has been happening to me a lot lately. When you in motion and I stop. I'm like, wait a minute. I saw that before. Where do I remember seeing that from? And like you said, that could be, the Most High talking to you. Like, wait a minute.
It absolutely is.
I'm trying to show you something. Stop.
Yeah.
Chill.
Like, if people really sit back and pay attention, man, you got so much shit happening in your life right now. All of us. So much shit. Because God is doing everything he can to get your attention. But it's so many people that's just focused on the wrong thing. And then they wondering why God ain't showing up. Or why God ain't doing this for them. He been trying to get your attention. But yet, you focused on so many other things.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real facts, too. Especially, like, the more busy you get, the more it's hard for you to hear him, and the more he's trying to talk to you.
Man, listen, man. And I'm telling you, if you always heard, be about God's business. You know what I'm saying? Put God at the, at the forefront of everything you do. Put God before everything.
Right.
So in my business, it's built by God. God is first in my life. From the time I wake up, from, like I told you, what I like to do every day. I talk to God, man, all day, every day. I drive trucks, and I deliver to schools, prisons, and hospitals. You know what I'm saying? All day. I don't even ride with the radio on most of the time. Like, just even where I know a lot of people don't understand, but places that you go to, everywhere, it's a name, it's letters, it's numbers. You know what I'm saying? Everything that any artist designed was inspired by God. God gave them a light to do things, whether it's paintings, whether it's anything. So if you take the time to really look around and you look at shit, God has been talking to us all along.
So let me ask you this, to your clothing, if anybody want to purchase any of your merchandise, where would they go?
Look, you can go to the website, www.bbgbuiltbygod.com.
We'll put a link in the description.
Yep, it'll be a link in there. Also, my Instagram, builtbygod_BBG. Yeah, y'all can Tap in, man.
I do got a question for you.
What's
Have you
that?
ever read any of the books that were left out of the Bible? Or have you ever read any other religious texts other than beyond the Bible? Like, we had Barnabas, we had Jubilee or something. It was so many books left out of the official Bible that we have today.
So I have not, right?
Okay.
But I've read I don't like saying books because I'm not good with names,
Right.
and I forget the author's name and stuff like that. But it's one book I read. It's called The Superior Man.
That's a good book.
Yeah, that one. It's another one.
I
My
can't
cousin.
think of that author, but I know that book.
It's another book. The Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad
Gita.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I've read that.
Bhagavad Gita, I think.
Yeah. And I like that book because it just speaks a lot about how to be a peaceful being. You know what I'm saying? And to recognize peace. And it just talks a lot about you being we all walking, talking, living beings.
Right.
That's what we are.
It's a book.
We all having a human experience. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I go as far as to say we are our gods.
Right.
Having to live as men and women. But the world teaches us that we are all men and women. And so therefore we all running around and living like beasts.
Right.
That's why nobody can find no peace nowhere. Everybody it's always chaotic. It's always wars. It's always greed. Everybody always want more.
Have you ever seen it? I know you've seen Terminator 2 Judgment Day, right?
Mm.
I still refer to the scene to this day. It's a scene where John Connor and the Terminator was right there. He was under the hood. And you see these two little kids playing with guns.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody stopped and looked at him, even the machine. And you got to remember, this machine had no feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And John Connor turned to the machine and asked him, "We're not going to make it, are we?" You know what the machine told him? The machine told little John Connor, "You were designed to destroy yourselves. It's in your nature."
I disagree with that statement, but it's a powerful
Now, will I say I agree with that? If I look at what's going on in the world, I would say yes. That's exactly because humans have not shown anything different. We haven't. But it's a part of me on the inside of me, and maybe that's that hope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That because that's like if it's in me, if I can see it, right? And I believe it, we can absolutely save ourselves. Now, how do we do that? That's why I said love is a superpower.
Absolutely.
When you love correctly, or when you're being loved correctly, and when you're loving correctly, I can't say what it is, it give off something.
Right.
You ever seen like a pregnant woman, that glow she got?
Mm-hmm.
You ever see when the motherfuckers be in new relationships that whatever it is, that's, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something. I see it, I recognize it, so I know it's a real thing.
So, or something, yeah.
It's something.
Force field or something.
Yeah.
But you lead a gym, you can get it too from a good workout.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Before I just say no, but even when you loving yourself correctly, right? When you loving yourself correctly, you it's a way you move.
You emit that energy, that your vibration, your frequency, everything is just
like you said, your skin start to glow.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But it all starts with that.
Right.
And if love, we can recognize it can do that for people, to yourself, to the people you come in contact with, people that you be around. It works because even the so-called street niggas, young niggas, they love something.
Right.
They ain't just out here doing this shit and moving the way they move because they just don't give a fuck. They want to be loved. Not only do they want to be loved, you know what I'm saying? They want to find a motherfucker that's worthy of loving. But when everything that we have taught them, everything that we've taught them, my generation, your generation, every older generation taught us some fucked up shit.
Now, can I ask you this? Now, I'm glad you spoke on the generation. Now, with your generation, what were y'all taught to believe in, or believe in for the outcome of your future?
What were we taught to believe in for the outcome of our future? Is this like a spiritual question, or just in general as far as
just in general? Because I want to go back to, like, case and example. Me and him, we were product of the late 80s, so we'll be known as crack babies. You know what I mean? Before then, we were told stories on how it came about, how it came to be, and how it trickled down to our generation, to how it corrupted us.
Right.
So I just want to know, like, during that time period, if you got any insight on that, what happened during that time, that caused all that back effect.
So even in the talking about the crack era, the 80s, you know what I'm saying, and growing up in the 80s. You say you was late 80s. I was early 80s. I was 82.
Okay.
So just give you an example of how I came to be. My mom and my old dude, they both was just getting out of prison. And they met in the halfway house. Co-ed halfway house, you know what I'm saying? They had co-ed halfway house back in the day. So that's how my mom and my dad met. Shit. My old dude was a heroin addict. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she dibbled and dabbled in drugs also. So I was a product of that. My mama tell me stories like, man, I was so motherfucking high when y'all got here. So, you know what I'm saying? I was an exact product of that. Can't say it was only crack, heroin, all kind of shit. That's what got me here. Now, just going before that, when you think about when you look at just old pictures or read history books or in those times before the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, everything that our people had to go through, every year or every decade, it was something else. You get what I'm saying? Especially once black people and white people integrated. So like our families, they was loving like shit. They couldn't fuck with the white people. They couldn't go over there with white people. So the love that they had was amongst the people. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't until once we integrated and then we began to get the things and white people began to give us things. Now, look at our people all the way up to today. We love the things more than we love our people. You get what I'm saying? So, I think we talked about it the other day on the phone when we spoke about that last interview with Dr. King. When he spoke about shit. We really integrated in some fucked up shit.
Burn their house.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing about it. Now, we don't know what the fuck in these back offices going on as far as with government shit. And motherfuckers always got some type of conspiracy theory thing. You know what I'm saying? But after all this time, right? For hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, how many generations do you get the fuck over and be wicked to? In over 400 years of fucked up shit, right? What was it now in these times that finally made you say, oh, fuck it, yeah, come on, let them come eat with us. Oh, no, they ain't that, they straight. Y'all ain't never gave a fuck about us in all these years. All this time. Like, I don't even think our minds, right? The people's minds of today can even really for real fathom thought of what the fuck they did to our ancestors.
It's that mentality why in 2020 I didn't want, when they was like, oh, we care about you now. Come. I had second thoughts. Man. Like, you never cared about us.
Listen, man. But think about, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't fathom the thought. We think because we look on our phones now and we see, oh shit, the police that shot another unarmed black man. To us, it's like, damn, that's fucked up. That ain't shit compared. Not saying it ain't shit.
We're numb to it.
But how they used to do it, that young man or that young lady, they went right then.
Right.
Back then it was
torture. These motherfuckers was torturing us, dog.
Hung from trees.
Hanging you, castrating you, cutting your dick off. Not only that, nigga, going barbecuing your ass and eating you.
I just had to go off live. I don't want it to get too, that.
But no, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're right though. You
motherfuckers
right.
Like they did unfathomable thought. You know what I'm saying? Shit to us, man.
They will mob up, break you out of prison, hang you in the town square, or do something to you in the town square, and nobody got charged. They still got videos and pictures of all this stuff. Why we can't go back and get these people?
Listen, man. Listen. So now here we are. 500-600 years later, and you want me to believe this same system who said it was okay. It's okay to do this to them. Why the fuck y'all gotta change your heart?
Can I ask you
not to cut you off, I just want to mention this real quick. Look at Black Wall Street. Prosperous. Probably way more money than the U.S. government.
It did.
Way more resources. I mean, even the government dropped bombs from planes to blow it up. Just imagine you in there with your family having dinner, then all of a sudden they set a fire out the back door. You can't run out the back door because it's already on fire. So what they do, they have a militia of people full of guns at the front door, chopping you up as soon as you come out the house.
Listen, bro, I'm just saying, man, when I think about that shit though, you know what I'm saying? And I think back about that shit don't feel good, man. That shit hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all did this to us. And it's not to say that it's a race thing or it's a white thing, black thing, or this or that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this was a systematic thing. This was a programming.
I always say that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no, we need these people to be like this. We need these people to be like this.
That's why
we need y'all people to be like y'all. You get what I'm saying?
That's why when we try to come up, other races be like, man, they're trying to take our jobs or get this or that. We're owed that by the government. We're coming for the system, not the white man to a degree or Italians or whoever y'all want to proclaim, the Jewish to a degree. We're coming for the system and the government. Y'all the ones time after time messed us up and did us wrong. But what you were saying kind of led me to a interesting question. How important is like the image of Jesus? Like on your shirt, he's melanated, but do you have articles of clothing where he is more pale in other colors?
That's not the truth.
Okay, I just want to know,
because that's some evil shit to take your God, take another person's God and change him to look like you. That wasn't cool. That ain't okay. And that's because, listen, but then you'll turn around and say something about the Holy Spirit, to lie on the Holy Spirit, or to say Jesus ain't real. You get what I'm saying? But Jesus ain't who you said Jesus is.
Mm-hmm. And they use certain scriptures out of the Bible to justify their actions. When it's our turn to hold up the pitchforks and use those same scriptures, they be like, no,
you gotta love your enemy.
These other scriptures,
You gotta love your enemy. Turn your cheek, but it is
Let
say
me
turn
ask
your
you
cheek
something.
to an enemy.
Let me ask you something, and this is a real motherfucking question.
What's up?
If you starve yourself, right? What they do in your body? They eat each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all from the same body. You know what I'm saying? The darkness, right, does not comprehend the light. The only way to drive out the darkness is to put light in it. The only way to remove hate, right? A motherfucker can't hate you if you really love them. You can feel a way. But the only way a motherfucker can hate you is because they really for real feel a way about themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For real, bro.
I definitely know that to be true. That's definitely
Yeah,
true.
like you not gonna a motherfucker that love you or showing love to you, it's gonna be protect them at all costs.
Right.
Now let me ask you a question that's kind of off topic. How do you feel about cussing preachers?
Man, sometimes however you gotta express yourself to get that shit out.
I feel that way.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I say he did this, no, that motherfucker did this, it's a different tone. It's gonna resonate with you different than.
And sometimes you need that to capture the youth or the people who are going astray.
It's like speaking in the motherfucker's language. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know you by your voice. Mm-hmm. If the tone or the sound of your voice is off, what they listening to? Mm-hmm. It's not gonna ping, ping, ping. It's not gonna resonate in the soul. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, some rappers, they ain't saying shit. But it's their voice. Whatever God did, the way God designed them and the way they talk, not only that, it's some of the drugs because you got a lot of motherfuckers smoke. It does something to their voice. And it resonates with people's spirit, bro.
You're definitely right about that because some rappers, I'm like, people like your voice. You don't be. I'm sorry, I gotta say one. Dang, what's his name? Rose, Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. You got a good voice, but sometimes I listen to your raps like, what are you talking about?
Man,
you still talented. And you learn how to use your given talents to get what you want out of life.
Yeah, when Ross first came out, man, a lot of that shit was different. It was dope. He was using a lot of the Scarface shit, you know what I'm saying, from the movie, and by him coming from Miami, and he was talking that shit like he was Big Meech. Like, he was talking like he Big Meech. You know what I'm saying, as far as the shit he was doing. Now, most rappers, man, that's what they are. They rappers. You get what I'm saying?
It's just no different from actors.
They're good actors.
Yeah, they actors. They acting. You know what I'm saying? I heard my man, black guy, be doing the boxing and kickboxing. Michael J. White.
White,
yeah, he said something about Pac, right? And I actually agree with him.
What did he say?
He said something to the sense of Pac acted a role. That bishop role. Mm-hmm. Pac never got out of character. Pac never got out of character because he even said in the song something like it's the I don't give a fuck attitude that motherfuckers love. You know what I'm saying? Pac never got out of character. Pac definitely was different. Pac was, man, dog, the way that man worked as far as within his craft and what he was doing, the knowledge and he was spitting some real shit. But he found out that you not gonna listen to a motherfucker that ain't your kind. Right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So if Pac was trying to reach the street niggas, the niggas in the streets, I need you to see me as one of you.
You know what? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
And
now you can get my message.
But to a degree, that's why you got Meg Thee Stallion dancing at campaigns. If we taking it to that level, if I as the political party can't portray this image, I'm gonna have to get a celebrity in.
Let me tell you something, man.
I don't know about that, bro.
I think it's one of these, right? Kamala, she was trying to get votes.
Yep.
So maybe Meg can help her tap into the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I don't believe that and I don't really go into that because I don't believe in the politics. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in the government or nothing. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. They got shit going up the way that shit goes. Nigga, it's for them. It ain't for us.
Now, I did have...
You know what I'm saying? And it's only for anybody that's trying to become a part of them.
Right.
In their way.
Now, I do got one political question.
Hold on, let me speak on that real quick. Real quick. Like you were just saying about you got to talk their language. Mm-hmm. It's a fine line between talking your language and preying on somebody's ignorance.
Right. Absolutely.
Which I think she was doing.
But she's not the only one. Every campaign come around every 4 years. Some entertainer is getting hired to.
But you can clearly tell she didn't care about you.
Oh,
listen. Tell me this. As long as y'all been born and living, right? And however many president elections it's been. Right? They come around every 4 years. So, excuse me, that's not long enough. By the time the next motherfucker get in office, you totally forgot about the last motherfucker or whatever they was doing or whatever they had going on, right? Tell me any president that's been in office that has not promised the exact same things, whether Democrat or Republican.
And then they always get quiet on the topic.
But listen, this is the thing. Not only is they promising the exact same things, but they're promising the exact same things every single presidency.
And with they 4 years, they don't change it or give it.
That lets you know that they didn't do what they said it was going to do year
after
year.
It's not about, no. They did exactly what the shit was set up to do.
Yeah, for the system, not for the people.
Listen, they never created shit for the people.
Yeah, exactly.
It was created for them. So it's almost like, oh, this us over here. You want to be a part of this? This what the fuck you got to do. Oh, you don't want to be a part of this? Nigga, I'm going to lock your ass up.
I agree.
Oh, you want to talk against what the fuck we doing? Nigga, I'm going to kill you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them got live.
So it's not, they doing some shit for the people. They're doing it for the ones that want to be a part of what they're doing. That's it. If you don't want to be a part of what the fuck they doing, you consider it outside. Now, me saying that, right? And we can clearly, however you understand it, I put it plain enough for a motherfucker to understand. So clearly, they not like us. Kendrick told you. Everybody not the same, and that's okay.
And if you didn't get it till he told you, you slow.
Yeah, but especially the young niggas, man. Our youth, bro. Like, nigga, listen to me. We are the same. We come from the same places, the same hoods. We had to deal with the same shit. We had to run from the same police. We had to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever it was we had to do in order to survive and to make it. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Stop killing each other. Stop killing each other. It's like you killing parts of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga that's in the hood that you just killed, he could have been the motherfucker that grow up and find a cure for your grandma cancer.
Or his kids could have been...
You get what I'm saying? Like, you killing off the motherfuckers that we need. Because we need y'all.
But then in order to stop killing, that means they got to start walking away from fights. As we said earlier,
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you something my daughter just said, right? Mm-hmm. And there's probably mostly the youth. And it fucked me up when I thought about it, right? Like, she said, I don't fight. I'm scared to get beat up on camera.
True.
I don't fight. Yep. I'm not going to fight.
Yep.
Yep. I'm not even going to go into the whole shit, but
I think I know.
I understand where she's coming from, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you got all these young niggas like, a nigga ain't about to do something and laugh at me. They don't want to be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But not understanding, like, bro, you embarrassing yourself not getting this information out here, not getting this knowledge out here, not taking advantage of the things we do have access to. You know what I'm saying? And it was a real time where we didn't have access to a lot of shit. but we got it now. It ain't no reason for us to have to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, it's about the dumbest of the dumbest shit because a motherfucker is in their feelings.
You know, I gotta say this too.
They gotta get out their feelings and take the time to think. You get what I'm saying? And just even that, drugs make you feel more. Nigga, when you high, shit feel better. You feel it. When you drunk as hell, shit feel away.
Right.
Nigga, get the fuck out y'all feelings. Stay the fuck off the dope. Stop drinking so fucking much. And a nigga ain't gonna make you feel away.
You know what? I always tell people.
You get what I'm saying?
I always tell people when it comes to your substances, make a reward system. Y'all just drink every Friday just because it's Friday. Achieve something throughout the week. And then if you accomplish your goals, okay, get your bottle or get your smoke. But a lot of people, y'all just drink and smoke just to drink and smoke.
Yeah,
and
man.
y'all didn't accomplish. Make that stuff a celebration.
Because guess what, man? When you look at old like rituals and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's African or whether it's the Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They wasn't doing that shit every day, but then they have those rituals where you see them cheap, wah, 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 wah. Or, you know what I'm saying, they doing them then. Mm-hmm. Guess what? The same motherfucking twerk dances our ladies is in the club. Nigga, they was doing that in Africa. Mm-hmm. No difference. So, I get it. The spirit has always been here. It ain't going nowhere. Right. But, like you say, it ain't got it, not every day. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We don't do that every day.
It's a time and place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did have one political question, and you kind of touched on it. It was, in the world, are the wrong people in charge?
Nope, because God is always in control. Mm. Exactly the people that's in position, they there because they're supposed to be there. It ain't by accident. It's by design. But guess what? It's for you to see. Look at what the fuck is going on. But if you know who God is, when you start seeking your God and begin to understand, God told you who the devil is. Mm-hmm. The devil had a job and got a job. Mm-hmm. Kill, steal, and destroy. When you sit back and look at what the fuck is going on, the mentality, the way certain people move and do things, it's not for the greater good. It's not for the good.
Right.
It's for the bad. Now, when you look at these and you like, well, damn, okay, well, everybody can't be a devil because you got so many motherfuckers that is doing some fucked up shit, right?
Right.
So, you ever heard the saying like, yeah, I might have did the wrong shit, but it was for the right reasons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
It's a difference from doing wrong and being wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I had to do this, but I did it because, shit, I got some real shit going on, right?
It'd be them catch-22 situations.
Yeah, like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. But when you think about the education system, when you think about everything, you know what I'm saying? Like how I said, it's either they make it to where either be a part of the system or we're going to keep you out of it and keep it away from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Be a part of what we got going. And for me, man, yeah, I get up every day, take my motherfucking ass to work. Yeah, I pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? I'm a citizen in America because that's what America wants us to do. Now, do I agree or want to be a part of any of this bullshit for real they got going on? If I was able to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would leave, man. Like
another country? What you talking about?
Yeah, I would definitely leave and take my family to. I would love to go somewhere in Africa, or another place that's, you know what I'm saying, where people understand God, people understand themselves, people understand, you know what I'm saying, how to just live. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, my homeboy, shout out to my boy Mike. He was talking just like that before he left. I used to work with him. He lived out there. He's now out there in Tanzania right there. He said the same thing you said and persuaded me to do the same thing. He said, look, I got to go somewhere where they understand the spirit.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
Man, think about this, bro. We live in a country, dog, that intentionally, on purpose, poison us.
Yep.
We live in a country, in a place that they intentionally did evil things to deter us from being who we supposed to be. Mm-hmm. We live in a place to where they never wanted us to know who we are, where we come from. Man, we beautiful beings. We beautiful people, man. You know what I'm saying? We live like this place, dog. They did shit to us, man. And then act like, oh, we ain't do it. Oh, you ain't got to do this. And it's not saying that, like, I ain't pointing the finger at a motherfucker because you can't make me do shit.
Right.
I'm going to do what I know to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly where you're coming from.
But, nigga, you can't make me feel like and think like, you can't just make me forget you did that shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna erase it out the books. We gonna forget that ever happened. No, nigga, that shit really happened.
A lot of these history books, they are changing them. They
I know.
They talking about, oh no, even slaves were employees. Or even if you go to Japan, where we dropped them bombs, they don't even teach World War II. So the people been brought up there, they like, what is a World War II? They don't even have. So that make me think, what if here in America we had a war? We got whipped so bad they don't even teach it. We can be oblivious to stuff.
Man, listen, man.
The natives.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen,
they already have.
They don't. And then the history that we do get, you think they telling the fucking truth?
No, because I believe we're indigenous. I believe all African Americans are not that. We're indigenous Americans.
Listen, it's a lot of us that are. Yeah. That is. You know what I'm saying? We absolutely are. But then it's also a lot of people that was bought from over here. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Like for real, man.
Because like you said before, a lot of us are indigenous to this land. A lot of this stuff belongs to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're leaving that part out of the history books as well.
And then they brainwashing us because the people, every time you think of an Indian person, just imagine what y'all see. That's really an Asian person or a Mongolian person. Now you got the wrong people in our position. Whenever we do our genealogy to prove, no, we're real Indians, now the chief of that tribe won't even let us in because he's getting paid by the government. Don't let black people in.
But listen to this though, right? Listen to this. You hear how like, oh, when we do our genealogy and we do this, why you think it was so important to keep us separated? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like other countries, they have their country history. They know they can trace their roots back.
The lineage, yeah.
Not only that, like they still know people that, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I know the whole family.
They can go back centuries.
That's what I'm saying. They got records of them because this is from where they from.
Now I'm not gonna say we don't have it. We still have that here too. It's just we got to do a lot more digging because they trying to cover it up. This is our country, our land. Y'all shouldn't even be establishing law here on our land.
But see, look where we at right now. Like you said, we got the tools to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put it. It's on you whether you want to do it or not.
Yeah.
If they stop you, then that's when you got to go back to your source, the Father.
Yeah,
and
like
tell them to guide you.
See, like even conversations like this, right? They let a lot of these conversations go on now, but
not 20 years ago.
Right, not 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is what got Malcolm X killed. Mm-hmm. This is what got Dr. King killed. You know what I'm saying? Huey. This, you know what I'm saying? This is what got these men killed because they spoke about black pride, black power. You know what I'm saying? Because self-love. We not beneath nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shit, y'all do something to us, we have the same right to do it to you.
Making ourselves.
You know what I'm saying? We able to defend ourselves. These type of talks, you think they want a nation of people, right? Black people. The most intelligent, the strongest, you know what I'm saying? The most durable, the most powerful people on the planet thinking like that?
Not at all.
Like, that's why I tell people.
Because you got to think, anytime, like, when you really just look at the shit that be going on out here and pay attention, the mind control, the programming, the media shit, when you really just break that shit down and think about it, why is it only targeted towards us? But not only that, it's only coming from us.
Y'all figure that one out.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where before it was everybody else. But now we doing it to ourselves. At what point, when you just go back through the, you know what I'm saying? And like when I look back, you know what I'm saying, in my head and in my mind a lot of times, I go back by decades. Each decade, you see a complete change of what was going on in the 70s. Mm-hmm. It's a complete change to what was going on in the 80s. A complete change what was going on in the 90s.
A paradigm shift.
Yeah, it's a whole shift with each decade where you can actually recognize, like, damn, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And they do it so slick, too.
But they do it slick to where by the time you catch on and catch it, it's going into the next phase. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? This is how far ahead of us they are.
That's why I told people, once we start saying words like skull and bones, they moved on to a new name. But every time we find out something, they elsewhere. So
what you always heard? They gonna chip your right hand. They gonna chip your forehead.
Yep, the mark of the beast. Yeah.
But let me show you. What's always in your right hand? What's in this phone? Mm-hmm. What's always right here in the front of your head?
They got your thumbprint.
This watch.
No, the watch. Listen, it's chipped. You already chipped. Every time you put your phone up, every time you look at the motherfucker.
Even in your car.
You got your whole life in there.
You can pay for everything on your phone. Mm-hmm. You can hold a meeting from this bitch. You can design a website on this motherfucker.
Now they still might physically put it in your hand though, because you see Elon Musk got the Neuralink. They still may try to put it in your skin for real.
They already prepped you for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna opt out.
You're already there.
They prepped us for a lot of stuff, and I said no to.
A charger.
What kind of phone is it?
Apple.
Oh, we don't got Apple. Not right now.
We will.
It's all good.
Sorry about that. But we having some deep conversations. This is a conversation I love to have because you can't talk to everybody like this.
Yeah, you can't because everybody don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's okay. That's okay because a lot of maybe people, they're not where they are in their life to do that.
And a lot of people haven't studied history, or some people, like, I'm gonna be honest, some people is really just totally unaware.
Exactly. Absolutely.
They totally unaware of what's going on around them.
They say ignorance is bliss, though. So them the happiest people.
They just going by the script they were given.
You know, but even knowing what's going on around you, man, that shit don't feel good. It's really more painful because it's like, I think it was the old cat, man. What's his name? Dick Gregory. He was like, salute. The magic glasses.
You can't take them off.
When you put the motherfuckers on, you know what I'm saying? You can't never take them off.
And you can't force anybody else to put them on either.
Yeah, so it be hard because I see what the fuck they doing. I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, I can't force nobody else to put them on. Mm-hmm. I can't force it on nobody. You know, I just do what I can to, you know, for me, stay in God's presence. You know what I'm saying?
And I was getting ready to ask you too, knowing what we know now, whatever about truth, don't it make you feel kind of isolated?
Not really.
Not really,
because
people you can talk about it with.
Well, like, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Not your family?
I got a couple people that, okay. You know what I'm saying? It is a few people when we link, you know what I'm saying? We kick it on this level. But it's a lot, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just in this segment, we unpacked a lot.
We did.
We all spoke on a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? Good, bad, and the things how we view the world. Everybody's, I tell people, yeah, we can all say we the same, but everybody ain't got the same understanding. We can all look at a picture on here and see something different. Mm-hmm. We can all lived the same life, right? But our experience in that life was different. You get what I'm saying? So I can't make you understand what I see or what I'm doing or what I'm going through, because guess what? You seeing what you see. You going through what you going through and understanding the way you understand.
Right.
But like I tell people, you also have to understand that life ain't just happening to you. It's happening to everybody.
Facts.
Everybody is going through it every day at the same time.
Facts.
Just different experiences.
Now, let me also ask you this. You know, with your business and everything, do you see yourself branching off to do other things?
I do.
What do you?
I do. Like I spoke, you said earlier, or I know you mentioned it. I have done acting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've done a couple. They like to call them Tubi movies. You know, for the record, you know, Tubi movies, however you want to say it, Tubi actors, they fucking actors. And I've watched a lot of them. They great fucking actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can say what they want, but it ain't easy to become
Tyler
something
Perry
or not only just Tyler Perry, but something or somebody outside of yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be able to read a script, and to become whoever that person is that the writer seen.
You got to get in character.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like just me just speaking on acting, man. Like, motherfuckers don't be knowing, nigga, you can be shooting a scene for fucking 14 hours, dog.
So what's your range?
15 hours.
What's your range? What all have you acted as? And what's the name of some of the movies you've been in?
So, one movie, and it was a short film called Black Sheep. I played in that, but that was my first acting role. I actually played in that with Kamal, Diesel. Then my second.
I'm saying, what did you act at?
Now, as that, it was a hood dude.
You were the hood dude.
Yeah, okay, I was the hood dude. I was that particular role. I was the friend, just got out of jail, and pretty much a hood dude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But the storyline behind that was to bring awareness to young girls being molested by like family members and shit like that. So it was a great experience for me. You know what I'm saying? I never did it.
Role?
Yep, it was great. I went out to LA. We shot it out in LA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like that whole, man, it was great. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. That's when I'm like, damn, you be doing all this, and you know what I'm saying?
Where can we go to watch it?
That one was on Venmo, and I want to say you can probably pull it up. I believe it's on YouTube. Like, I wasn't in charge of putting it out, but right. I believe you can pull it up on YouTube, and I believe it may even be on Tubi.
You might give the people the name of the movie one more time.
Yeah, the name of that was called Black Sheep.
Black Sheep.
Yeah. The second role I played in the movie was called Beautiful Noise. Now that was a full.
I like the title of that already.
Yeah, it was a full movie. I shot it with my Street Noise family. Their record label, some dope ass artists on that label. Actually, Street Noise, they had me in both my acting roles. But with the Beautiful Noise, pretty much their whole lineup was in this movie. And the movie was about a young girl, Melanie Renee. She a dope ass singer too. Y'all check her out, Melanie Renee.
Salute.
She local?
Yep. She from Detroit. But you know, just about a young girl, had a talent for music. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't really never catch a break. Something ended up happening, and she had to go to New York. End up meeting somebody that helped her take her career. You know what I'm saying? Take her career off. I played the role of her father in the movie. So yeah, it was a dope movie. Beautiful Noise. Y'all go on Tubi and check that out.
So I do want to know. Speaking of you, do you think you could play a psychopath?
I think I can play any role.
Any role?
I don't believe it's a role that, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't play if I chose to play it.
Now, do you have a role that you always wanted to play?
I guess it's always the hero in the movie.
You know what? What's dude?
Like a Marvel character almost.
Could be.
I feel like if they did a biopic, you could possibly pull off a Heavy D. Possibly, because you kind of resemble.
I probably you know what I'm saying.
I mean, you're gonna have to wear like a fat suit though. You're gonna have to wear a fat suit. I'm saying that like with the
hey, look, I got a cousin, man. We used to call him Heavy P when we was kids. Mm-hmm. That's when Heavy D was still popping. But you look just like him as a kid, man.
That's the closest celebrity
peace,
I kind of see you to.
But yeah, say Heavy D.
Heavy
D got hits, man. Heavy D was a dope. Heavy D was dope.
I didn't want you to be insulted by it. Out of all celebrities, that's who you kind of will look the closest to that I'm thinking of right now. Unless I did like Sugar Free, but you don't really look like Sugar Free.
Right. So. Like it take a lot for real, man, to really just insult me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like dog say, I'm gonna call you Montana, man. You just give me that whole Carl Montana. I'm like, no, it's cool, man. You know, but like growing up, just a nickname I kind of got just from people with CT. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people call me CT, and as I got older, and when I really moved and stopped really fucking around in the streets, no, my name Carl. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's who I am.
You know why I think I got that? Why I got the feeling to call you that? Because you remind me of that cool, dope ass uncle that still got it, that will pull you off to the side, you know, but like give you some game. Like, look, man, don't do that. And it was just like a cool thing that came together when I saw you. Like, Carl Montana.
Hey, look, that's why when you said it, I'm like, damn, I call my uncle. I got an uncle. They call him Montana.
See how that came together?
Yeah.
It was the vibe, man. See, it's the vibes be.
And like his, but shit, his name, Tone. His name really is Tony.
Oh.
So, everybody always called him Montana.
See?
Yeah.
See how that goes?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's been a hell of a show. We went there today. We definitely went there today.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate y'all, but like, I love what y'all doing, man.
Thank you.
You know, just like when I look at here, man, just the art, you know what I'm saying? And it's I can tell, like, shit, this is what we love. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is who we are.
That's all we put up our interests. You know?
Yeah, it's the Takeoff, man. The y'all name, the Takeoff. I love that, bro.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate you, man.
Because, you know.
Yeah, he coined it.
Yeah, the Takeoff, like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all trying to reach higher heights.
Yes.
You know, like, if anything about you doing anything, you got something going on, or you trying to figure it out. We all want to reach those higher heights, man, and y'all got a platform, man, and y'all share y'all platform with people, and you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, brothers.
It's all love. I got to give you a hand clap for that. Thank you.
Now, before we get to these questions, my final question to you is, did you have anything you wanted to tell the youth? Any message for the youth, if you could tell them, mainly the young men?
Young men, man, in this life, if y'all want to make it, if you want to make it and really make it, surround yourself with love. Go where they love you at for real. Not motherfuckers that's faking it. You know what I'm saying? If you in the streets, you know it ain't no rules in the streets. Not for real. Because you see it. Motherfuckers telling, motherfuckers backdooring motherfuckers. Motherfuckers do all that shit in the streets.
Laying with your lady when you're not there?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So, if you really trying to make it, man, in life, even if you don't know what to do yet, get around some love. And the ones that love you, you know what I'm saying? They'll help guide you.
So what, in your opinion, what's the hallmark of a true friend?
Man, shit. You don't really know until you know.
You got to keep just hanging around them. You're going to know in time.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Time reveals all things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But people slip up too.
What we say about representatives?
What did we say? I can't remember.
About when you first meet somebody, it could be a lady or a friend. They showing up. They
showing up with them Pooh Shiesty mask on.
They're not showing you their real face.
They got them masks.
Oh, okay. I get what y'all mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like
some people, you just got to put them in the right scenarios. I ain't gonna say test your spouse or test your friends, but some people in certain scenarios they get revealed. Like, damn.
But is it really a revealing, or did you always think this about that person?
If you always see people in a better light, you ain't gonna never see them think about them in that negative. Like, dang, you're capable of this. I always see you in that heavenly light.
I believe people is capable of any and everything. Mm-hmm. It ain't a gray area right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna show me exactly, if you listen to people, they gonna tell you exactly who they are.
When somebody tell you who they are,
believe them. You know what I'm saying? And then these are the choices. You can either choose to rock with, fuck with, or not.
Facts.
So how do you feel about getting close to people to learn about their type, their kind? Like, say if you never been around a street element person, mm-hmm. I'm just gonna hang around you to learn about y'all. Do you feel just avoid certain people or still?
Well, like, because I kind of don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
not
almost
just
like
street, like, say, even if it's a genius, I'm gonna hang around a genius to learn about y'all. I'm gonna hang around this person, that person to learn about.
But don't act like you doing something else.
Okay.
Don't act like you fuck with me, or you got love for me, but you really only trying to get information.
Something like an undercover.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's what the fuck be going on. Motherfuckers just trying to get close to you. How motherfuckers say, they trying to steal the sauce. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it happens all the time.
And look, and a motherfucker will make a fake thing up, like you did something, and go spread that so other motherfuckers won't fuck with you.
Yeah, I've ran into them people
like,
in my life.
Man, I done seen that shit all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. Like, people find the dumbest shit to be jealous of you about.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To where, like, for real, like how you say, nigga, if you're trying to learn something, nigga, just say that. Or just, like, you know what I'm saying? Let the nigga, like, dog, you a dope ass nigga, like, I fucks with you.
Right.
And that be that. That don't make you know how motherfucker, oh, he dick handling. No, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know how niggas be like, oh no, they say that nigga dick sucking. You know what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker give another motherfucker his props. Mm-hmm. Or if a nigga did some dope shit and you like, nigga, that was dope. Nigga, I like that shit. I fuck with it.
Get off his dick.
Like, that shit, like, to me, that's like,
you don't want.
Why you thinking about this nigga dick?
Because if it was you, wouldn't you?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just think about, we praise these celebrities all the damn time. How come you can't praise, the dude?
Yo, your man's up the street.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Man.
You know what? I did have one more question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Besides your website, what's the main social media you use for business?
Facebook and Instagram. And a lot of times because I put my number on my cards, my website is on these wristbands. Mm-hmm. Like, I ain't got none now, but I used to just walk around and pass them out.
Okay.
I just used to give them away.
I like that green one right there.
Yeah. Like,
do you ever leave a stack of cards like at local restaurants?
No, that's stupid. I don't do that.
What's stupid about that? Because I was about to print out some cards for our podcast and just leave them
Because
places.
a lot of times the stores and the places, they throw that shit away.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes if you talk to them, you might have to break bread $30, 30 days.
Why would you have to do that?
But this the thing.
Transaction.
You know what was dope as fuck to me? And I've been thinking about doing it. Is I don't know if I should get motherfuckers a salt. But no, for real. I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna say it.
If you want to delete it, we'll delete it.
But for real was going to how motherfuckers back in the day put the motherfucking posters up everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Put posters up. Put them on but posters where motherfuckers, because with any brand, anything, it has to be something about you or yours that separates you from anything and everybody else.
Right.
And for me, it's my logo, the Built By God logo. You know what I'm saying? So my logo this is what it's been for the past 9-10 years now.
Right.
I've been doing this for over 10 years. So even though it wasn't what I started out with, within that year was when I changed it to what it is now. So yeah, bro, like your logo, man, is what should separate you. You know, and then once the people fuck with you, now it's the quality. Now's, you know what I'm saying, yo, how do you do business? Now's your service. You know, so.
No, I gotta ask you this before when you were talking about the quality. Like I noticed, like with these particular shirts, it's a different type of quality. It's not quite a solid black or solid. You know what I mean? What made you decide to choose this type of material to do it on?
The acid wash.
Yes.
I just like how it look.
Yeah,
it's a design. You know what I'm saying? It's certain type qualities as far as like GSMs and you know what I'm saying, how the thicker cotton or thinner stuff like that. So, you know, once you learn about your material, and I don't know everything about it. I ain't gonna sit here and like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, but I know good fabrics and fabrics that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really just kind of started learning about it. Like this last order that I got, like this jogging suit, these jogging pants. This is probably one of the most comfortable sets that I done bought. You know what I'm saying? That I done ordered so far.
Right.
And it just comes from, you know, in business, man. Sometimes shit, you shit good. Sometimes shit bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's trial and error.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you don't have a team or a lot of different people that you working with that can help you look up shit, that can help you order, that can help you design, that can help you sell, that can help you market, that can help you promote. You know what I'm saying? When you do mostly everything by yourself, then the process is slower, but you also can get it the way you want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a matter of time before like your show is, before it take off. I know it. It's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it in a bragging type way or like, you know, boastful type way. I just know what I'm doing, I'm supposed to be doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Built by God.
Right.
One brick at a time.
That's it.
Facts.
That's all right. Look, I'm thankful to God we only get one day at a time. Because some days it'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then you got some days everything flow just as smooth as it want to. You know what I'm saying? But life, we in hills, valleys, twists, turns. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, man, like life ain't for the weak. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean weak, I don't mean physically. It's not for the weak-minded, and it's not for the spiritual weak people. You know what I'm saying? And I truly, ultimately believe that if you can heal the spirit, because spiritually, our people been fucked up. Our people been spiritually traumatized. If we can heal our people spiritually, that will heal the mind. The spirit will be able to heal the mind, and the mind can heal the body.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how powerful our mind is. But it's the spirit that's controlling the mind. And if we constantly putting things in our bodies and doing shit that fuck us up spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Because it's absolutely a spiritual wickedness. We watch that shit. We see it happening. We see it going on. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So if we can uplift and strengthen ourselves spiritually, I ain't talking about church. I ain't talking about woo, hi, hallelujah, some gonna do something. No, I'm talking about becoming one with yourself, one with your being, and who you are internally. We not bad people. We not evil people. We not hateful people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we've been filled with so much junk and so much bullshit. We done learned, they done taught us so much fucked up shit. It's hard for the light to get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's just that, man. A lot of people got to be able to see it. Once you see it, it can happen, man. Everything in this world, somebody created it.
Facts. Facts.
All this shit came out of somebody's mind. And for my life, right? Nigga, what's in your mind ain't about to determine what's going on in my life. That's government. What another motherfucker thinking you should be doing. No. When I came here, when God sent me to this planet, I came with instructions already written on the essence of my DNA. ain't got shit to do with you.
Yeah, tell the courts. We under God's law, not yours.
If you ask anybody this right now, what you think they'll say? When they ask Jesus, did you come to get away the law? To throw away the law? And he said, no. I came to fulfill it. Mm-hmm. Do anybody know what that means?
No, not me. That's like exegesis right now. No. I wouldn't even be able to tell you if I spoke on it.
The fulfilling of the law is the word of God.
Yep.
What is God's word? He created everything. Everything. Not just some of the shit. Everything. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, just a little bit about me, like, well, how can you tell me this wrong, but you do it?
That's a hypocrite.
That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How can you tell me I'm wrong for doing it, but you do it? How can you tell me, oh, you should live your life, this is the way you should be supposed to live your life, but you not in my life? So how in the fuck can a motherfucker not in your life tell you how you should live your life? And you ain't even the motherfucker that gave it to me. But people believe I got money, I got guns, I got weapons, I got these things, and you know what I'm saying? Mm. They can tell you anything. And I know, man, like, for me, I do go, I don't know, it's like I say, man, I stop, I think deep, I watch shit, I pay attention to everything.
That's a part of who you are.
And it is.
That's a part of it. It's like you said, you have the Most High put it in your DNA to be exactly who you are.
Absolutely.
You know, so.
But all of us.
What's the old saying goes? God didn't make no mistakes.
No.
He didn't make no mistakes.
I ain't no mistake. You a mistake?
Ain't nobody mistake around here. He don't mess up.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, brother.
Man, we definitely got to have you back here, man. Most definitely.
Hey, man, whenever y'all want me.
But before we go, we do have a part of the show where we pulled the questions.
Okay.
We told you earlier, hey, sometimes this question may go overboard. We all get a chance to answer the question we pulled. Okay. If you don't like the question, put it back, grab another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play our favorite theme song to pull these questions. So here we go.
My nigga.
Yeah.
Grab the first one.
Let's run that back.
Yeah, we all answer the questions too, just so you know.
Okay.
You can read yours off now if you want, or just wait, go last, whatever you want to do.
Like I said, if you ain't cool with it, just grab another one. I'll take that one. Let's see what we got.
BBG Clothing, y'all, just so y'all remember.
No.
Built by God Clothing.
No, I ain't gonna answer that way. I got another one.
Damn.
I gotta get another one.
I don't know.
Mine say.
You want another one?
I don't know. Mine say, should pets eat at the table? Should pets eat table food?
Here you go. Go ahead.
I would have answered that. It's up to you.
You want no, they shouldn't eat what I'm eating.
Exactly. So if you want to pull another one, you're welcome to.
I don't know. I'm different on that.
Because my dog not gonna eat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, but most people give their dogs the same food all year. Do you want to eat corn all year or whatever hot dogs all year? You might like hot dogs, but you don't want to eat it every meal. Mix it up.
I get what you're saying.
That's just
but should my dog be eating what I'm eating?
No.
I mean, not every day, every now and then.
Just think about it. A dog can't eat chocolate.
Well, I want to know, do they got taste buds? That's the real question. Because if you can't taste it, then you really can't. Why am I giving it to you?
They have to have taste buds because they slob and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they have to taste the food.
I just had that.
So we all agree on that question?
Yeah,
we don't agree because I think
he said yeah.
I say yeah. That's me. I always think.
Well, me and you agree on that question. How about that?
I've never had a pet though because I do hear a lot of table food get on worms, so I don't know.
All I know is you don't give a dog chocolate.
Oh yeah, that was pet. Yeah. Next Friday for those of y'all that don't know.
What you got this time?
It says, who has a bad habit you can't stand?
Bad habit I can't stand.
I would say somebody I know smokes cigarettes. Which is a bad habit that I can't stand. Can't still smell the smoking.
Okay.
I would say rappers with their ability to talk about stuff they don't do themselves. The hypocrites. Some of them rap for real, but some of them pop the perk or even their messages. I don't like y'all messages.
I don't like. Yeah, I can agree with that. When people say do a thing, but they don't live that way they self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something that I can't stand. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that.
All right.
Because I don't really, because just the thing about me, I move around by myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't me and my wife, moving around together, I'll probably be by myself. So, like, I don't be around people long enough to really, for real, care one way or another. To where, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just irritating because I like how you said you don't like smoking, right? First time I smoked a cigarette, I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes. So, over my life, I'm 42 now. Over my life, I've smoked on and off. Like, I just was smoking cigarettes for 2 months. 2 of my cousins died, brothers. I had to bury both my cousins, both of them at the same funeral.
Smoking?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying during this time,
okay.
I started smoking.
Got you.
And I hadn't smoked in probably about the last year or longer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But for 2 months, smoked cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? And God blessed me with a thing like it'll just be something that go off in my head like, all right, you done. And I just stop.
I have heard people do that. You know what I mean? Start and stop whenever they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think people should learn how to do that with things in life, to be able to not let it control them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to be in control of, like, you got to have some type of discipline to, I ain't doing this.
Facts.
I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So, my question right here says, what is a compliment that you never heard about yourself? Didn't we do this before?
It sounds like we might have done that before.
Compliment that
you never heard about yourself.
That you never heard about yourself.
I don't know.
No, I think we read it before and threw it back in because none of us had nothing to say.
I'll pick another one.
Well, I'll do mine. It says, what is a stereotype you agree with? I don't know if it's a stereotype, but like Asian people be smart. Because I grew up with a lot of Asian people, and they definitely do keep their heads in them books. But I kind of agree with it. But another one I agree with is just black people and athleticism. Like, yeah, we just that quick twitch or whatever y'all want to call it. Like,
I would say we probably got stronger immune systems.
Yeah,
that's one thing I would say.
I think black people are stronger, faster, more intelligent, more witty, more artistic, meaning, you know what I'm saying, just being artists, you know what I'm saying, creative. It's something, and I also believe that it's because of the melanin that's in our skins. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That has a lot to do with who we are and our makeup and why we are. Probably why we hate it so much.
Yeah. How you gonna hate? It's sort of like, why you?
Yeah.
And not me.
Yeah.
So.
But don't be mad at me. Go talk to God about it.
Right.
Maybe if you stop focusing on me, shit, God got something even better for you.
Exactly. Exactly. My question right here says, what's the healthiest that you ever been?
Say that again. The healthiest what?
What's the healthiest you've ever been?
The healthiest I've ever been?
Mm-hmm.
Years ago when I started seeking God. Like, that experience, because, like, something came to me. And it took me out my body. you know, and I was kneeling. You know how when the Muslim, when you call it salat, I believe is the proper name for it. But my soul was on the ground like that. I could see me behind me. It's like I had eyes all around me. Something came to me, right? It was standing like on this cloud of fire or like a stream of fire. I could only see him like from maybe like the chest down. And it just like came to me and like it touched my soul. The fire touched me. After that day, I thought like I was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Something happened. I was, when I rose back up in my body, I was crying like a motherfucker. A lot of people there, they say it was an out-of-body experience. I say, no, I've heard about out-of-body experience. No, something came to me that's not of this world. And when it happened, right after that, I had stopped smoking, stopped drinking, stopped having sex. I stopped doing a lot of the things that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Just in life, period. Like, and it was like dramatic. A lot of people thought everywhere I would go, you know, like shit, this early 2000s, 2007 maybe. So by me being in the streets the way I was, and then all of a sudden moving the way I'm moving, a lot of people thought something was wrong with me. I would go to talk to pastors, you know, try and talk to pastors to get an understanding of what was going on. A lot of pastors shunned me, like I'm anybody.
Yeah, you ain't coming with money. Get out of here.
Pretty fucking much, you know. So I realized then, oh no, I'm on this path on my own. As time went on, it's funny because a lot of them people that I watch kind of shun me, and now it's they either doing what I'm doing, moving how I'm moving, you know what I'm saying, or they, oh brother, it's, you know what I'm saying,
right?
And it's okay, I don't, because I'm not like them,
right?
I don't have to shun them or act like I'm better than or do something like that. It's just maybe it just took for you to see me doing what I'm doing to begin to understand what it is that I saw.
Right.
And the magnitude and the power of what I saw, how it changed me. Like when I say it was like I was downloaded with information, things that I never knew, thoughts that I never thought. You know what I'm saying? I was able to see things that, how am I able to see this? How am I able to do the things that I'm doing?
Right.
You know, like it was times that, man, God would speak to me, and it was a period in my life like I was living in my car, and I would wake up and it was just, even now, first thing I do is thank God, pray to God. All right, God, what you need for me to do today? I ain't got no money, but I know you're gonna provide. I ain't got no gas. I don't know how I'm gonna eat. And like, even like, because of my lifestyle, all the clothes and everything I had, it was nice. Like I stayed flat from just growing up. That was just always a thing in our community. Shit, we're gonna jump fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so it didn't look like I was homeless or I'm sleeping in my car. I didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I had family, I got people that love me. Like, but I wanted to stay close to God. The more you be around people, most times they're going to take you away from your creator, your God.
Thanks.
Man, God would tell me to say certain things to people. Go talk to that person. Say exactly what I say to you. People would just give me money. They're worth here. I don't know why, but I'm supposed to give you this. That happened. That ain't like something I imagine. No, this shit happened. But that was also God showing me, do what I tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just me. It's people. But like I say, in life we got so many distractions and so many things going on. We can't hear God.
Facts.
We can't. He tells you, even in his word, he say, if you got an ear, hear what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hear what the Spirit is saying to you. You know, so it's those things, like, man, I don't too much let people get under my skin, irritate me, or they don't know, because I see them spirits on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was a spiritual story right there. I got to give you a hand clap for that one.
You know what? And throughout your story, you did mention some of our pastors.
But you know, we didn't finish answering the question.
I'm sorry.
We didn't finish answering the question.
Well, let me just say this before we answer.
Go ahead.
A lot of people get shunned by preachers and pastors, and that needs to be spoken about more. They need to have like a panel of people telling stories about, I went to a pastor, he shunned me for this or that. Like, some people, don't want to take it to, some people have experiences, whether paranormal, divine, or whatever. You go to a pastor, get out of here. That needs to be spoken about more.
Yeah.
If we coming to you weekly, giving you tithes, all this other stuff, you just shut us.
Well, a lot of times, man, even with pastors and preachers, they can't speak to something that never happened to them.
So they need to step aside and let somebody like you take their place.
I ain't saying step aside, let me take the place, but when it comes to certain things, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain spiritual things, right? If they wasn't just reading from a book, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And or they're only talking on what they heard, right? Or what somebody else said to them, or what they were taught through another teacher or another person. How can they speak to life experiences?
Mm.
You can't speak to life's experience. Either you read the book, even a lot of pastors, they read the book on their own. So they see all these experiences. Most of the experiences, right, pretty much sums up to the same thing. It was because of God, right? Each experience, each time, but every one of them had to go through something. And a lot of times what they was going, it was some fucked up shit they was going through. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got, this is probably the reason, the shunning and the way preachers would act, is probably the reason Jesus went in the motherfuckers and kicked over tables.
Mm-hmm. You make mockery out of my Father's house.
But not only that, he told you, like, it's supposed to be a place of worship, and you turned it into a den of thieves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People use this, like, I've seen this happen. And I seen it mostly when I first started seeking God. How people would use God, the word of God, and use it. It's almost like in a manipulating manner. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To manipulate how you may feel. Not what you know, but to manipulate how you feel, because a motherfucker will do something just because they feel sorry for you. A motherfucker will do something because you made them feel good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me do it. But is you teaching them anything?
Right.
Pastor's going to give you the word to make you feel good, but are you teaching them how to actually know God? Are you teaching them how to hear from God? Are you teaching them how to recognize the presence of God?
See, a good sermon, people will pay, that.
Man, they going to jump, they going to dance, they going to,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like the club.
Mm-hmm.
The church should be like the club.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to this question.
Okay, go for it. Sorry, I just want to say that.
No, the healthiest I've ever been. Now, the healthiest I've ever felt in my life, I had two occasions. One is probably 2 or 3 months after I received my kidney transplant, when I started feeling better, when I started going to the gym, when I started working out again. That was one. And the second part is when I got out the hospital with COVID, because it was one time during that experience where I couldn't stand for no longer than probably 30 seconds before I felt weak and wanted to sit down somewhere. But when I was in the hospital for those 2 weeks, it even pained me to go to the bathroom because I didn't have the energy to do that. I was literally, every time I got up, it was like, nurse. And then when I start feeling better and better and better and walking again, when I start walking down a full hallway on my own without needing no help, I'll say probably a week after that, my taste buds rejuvenated itself. My breathing got better. It was almost like I was born again.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly how I felt.
And that came from when you started working out?
Well, the first time, when I had my kidney transplant.
Oh, okay.
The second time was when I had COVID.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I definitely had it. And when I started, a week after it started passing by, that's when I started feeling better. I started to taste food again in its natural form. I started having more energy. I started sleeping better. Like I said, it was like me being born again.
Yeah, like I had COVID one time, man, and that whole I had to lay there, sweat that thing out. I ain't never sweated that much. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the thoughts that, of course, go through your head because you watch the same thing kill people, and you know what I'm saying? You watch people die.
Am I gonna be okay?
It. So, you ask all those questions, man. Once I got through it, I definitely agree. But another time, even like now, right? And I'm still speaking about just being healthy and feeling healthy.
Right.
There was a time when I was in the early stages of my walk with God, and I do it now still. I started watching what I was eating and just started noticing when I eat certain things how my body would react. Just paying attention to just me. Paying attention to when I would eat beef or when I would eat pork, the type of thoughts I would have. You know what I'm saying? My thought process became better and more positive the less meat I ate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whenever I would eat meat, especially like beef steaks and, you know what I'm saying, red meat, I noticed it just in my thought patterns would be a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where even like now, I'm I started back eating beef, but not much beef. Every now and again, I may go out or I want me a steak. To where now, I've been talking to my wife. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be all the way done with the beef. You know what I'm saying? Even the chicken, I'm gonna try, mainly just turkey. So it's either gonna be turkey, fish.
No
you know
pork
what I'm saying?
either, right?
No, I've been off the pork. Pork was the first thing to go. And it wasn't a like I'm not a Muslim or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just the worst meat.
When I read the Bible, when I first started in them early stages of reading it, Jesus sent the devils, you know what I'm saying, inside the swine.
Right.
He sent the swine, it tells you, amongst the waters. You know what I'm saying? When you think about life, we are the waters. That's why we're made up of water. All of us. That's why water is so important to us. So like most of our bodies is, what is it, 75% of our bodies is mostly water. So if that's what God did in his word, why would I think the evil spirit's not in the food that he said he sent these evil spirits into?
I also got to say this before you answer your question. When you were saying about the evil spirits in the food, I want people to look up something called Kuru disease. Kuru.
Kuru.
Kuru disease in olden times was a side effect of cannibalism. And the same coincidental effects of Kuru disease is things like schizophrenia. Notice how a lot of people over time, they start to get that schizophrenia from the food. It's a possibility that what's in your meat. What are they really grounding up in your meat for that to be causing that type of, allegedly, for that to cause that?
It's like mad cow disease for people.
Yes.
But it's like a lot of the ways, like how I was just saying, when I ate certain things, it made me think certain things, right?
There you go.
So a lot of the foods that our culture, our people. You know what I'm saying? What we call the soul food. You know what I'm saying? The fried food, chicken, all these things. And other cultures and a lot of other races, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of other countries, they don't eat the type of foods that we eat. And they also don't move and behave in the manner that a lot of our people do.
And most of them eat with their hands.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Showing praise to,
So, to go back to what you're saying about that whole disease and, you know, those times, a lot of the stuff that's fucking us up is absolutely in the foods. How does it get it? We putting it in our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say noise pollution, like, and you know, like, I'm a hip hop head, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at some point, things have to get to the original state of being. Because it can go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. It can become worse and worse and worse and worse. But at hip hop's original, how it started, it was always about educating our people. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you really go back and listen to KRS-One, Public Enemy and them, you know what I'm saying? Even in certain things in that era of hip hop, you know, it was about having a good time and putting our people up on what's going on out here.
Information and unity.
Information and unity. You know what I'm saying? And like, for real, like, you know, it took a turn, right? And in taking that turn, we was cool with it because we really was moving. A lot of us was moving how a lot of these rappers was talking.
It was
even though they wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't the ones doing it.
Gangsta rap was orchestrated.
Because what happens is you gonna flock to or listen to what you're able to identify with. You get what I'm saying? So even like I was having a thought like you know, just with Pac, right? Like Pac my favorite hip hop artist.
Shout out to you. Me too.
You know. So even with that, when you look at what Pac did to the culture, everybody became what? Thugs. Everything became thug life. Everybody moved in a way that was like how what Pac rapped about and how he, you know what I'm saying, portrayed himself. You get what I'm saying? Even our women, right? Even though a lot of, as women got older, and they got tired of the thug ways, right? But most of their sons, most of our children became what we liked. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of mothers lost their sons because all they seen was their mama love a nigga like Pac, or love a street nigga or a drug dealer.
Yep.
This is who we as kids seen. This who my mama loved right there. Daddy wasn't in the home, but every type of man that came around, he was away. As sons growing up, you want to please your mama. You get what I'm saying?
No, that makes perfect sense. In many ways, a lot of people pointed that out.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, when you was a kid, the way, when you really look back, the way you process information, you want to be for real what your mama wants you to be.
And that's an excellent way to break that down too.
Yeah, because if you see her loving a thing,
you're going to try to...
I want to become what it is that you love. That's it. Even with a lot of kids and their fathers. You know what I'm saying? Or their daughters. So like, now what I will say, this is what happens too, right? A mama going to teach her son about women. For the most part, because a lot of times in our era, daddies wasn't around.
Right.
So your mama is teaching you about women. She know how women is. She know the sneaky shit women do. She know women don't be, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of women have taught their sons to be away towards other women. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The same way a lot of motherfucking but then these women, they grow up and the young girls come up being a lot of times because daddy wasn't there like they mama. And what they mama saying, niggas ain't shit. Niggas this, niggas that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Or they seen they mama hoeing some type of prostitution just to be able to, I'm going to just call it what it is. But whatever she had to do to make sure them bills paid. And to make sure food was on the table. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like a fucked up vicious cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying? That at some point, nah, man, we gotta somehow. I was telling my wife, right? If I was in a position, right, maybe it'll come to teach young boys and young girls, and I honestly think that middle school age would be appropriate. You know what I'm saying? But like have some type of class to show young men how they should treat girls and treat women. Show them, you know what I'm saying, how to be nice to them, how to respect them, how to respect themselves. You know what I'm saying? When you moving around, just different shit where, no, these ain't bitches. You ain't a real nigga. The white boy created niggas. Also, our God created men. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what it is to be a man. Motherfuckers can't even just be a real man, let alone trying to be a real nigga.
I do feel like to develop character, I think I said it before, the boys should also go up to the girls, and the girls have to reject the boys to help them build character when they're young. Because a lot of these dudes, as they older, they get rejected in their 20s.
And also how to reject, too.
And how to teach how to reject. And then after they get, because you know, dudes get rejected, they want to unalive, you know, off of.
Man, I didn't. Yeah, I know.
Like, man,
I see it. We see it.
And then another class to build character, get teased. I don't care what you got on when you walk in this room. Tell the whole class tease them when he comes.
Technically, they already do. It's called.
I mean, they do it. It's called school, right? They do it.
Because now it's called bullying,
right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
Why they not like us because we don't. We know what whoopings do to us, and we know what bullying does to us. We become diamonds. We become better with all that type of experiences.
But you know what? He was right. You know, we live in a soft-ass society nowadays. You get offended over the little slightest thing. But you know what? I absolutely agree with what he said. It should be classes for both girls and boys on how to interact with one another.
Yeah.
It definitely should. We need to go back to that way. And, you know, if y'all listening out there,
because it's life outside of the internet. Mm-hmm. It's real life going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of reason why people is weak. A lot of immune systems and different things is weak. God didn't put us all here, but we all dangerous towards each other.
Right.
I would say
we have to be around each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, whether we know it or not, when we come in contact with each other, we may not know what it is, but spiritual information is being passed around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's a real thing. You don't know what it is, you don't know. But something inside of you is going to pick up on it. Right. It's going to pick up on those signals. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't be afraid, man, to be around your people.
Mm-hmm. I do want to say this as far as the immune systems for you people listening. Like, once every few months, just go get an Airbnb in the cabin. Go there for 1 or 2 days. You know, no or the limited cell phone use. And just, like, recalibrate yourself. Get away from all these frequencies, all these carbon emissions of the cities. I'm mainly speaking of people who live in cities. Get out the city every now and then. Don't always vacation in Miami in the hot spots. Sometimes just go to a secluded area.
Yeah.
You didn't answer the question while we on that topic. Answer
about health. Pretty much. Even right now, I'm on I've been eating all fruit for the past 5 days. So I remember one day I was so healthy. One time I was so healthy, stuff started falling out my body. You know how they said when you really healthy, tumors can fall out your body and all that? Mm-hmm. I was that healthy to where like this whole thumb turned black. I guess this is where a lot of toxins accumulated. And my thumb got real ashy. It just started falling out. And a few other things that happened, like mad dandruff, because I don't really get dandruff at all.
Yeah.
Around this time, I was so healthy. My hair started getting crazy dandruff and, stuff falling out. This armpit had a lump developing. Stuff started coming out. Like, man, I was healthy.
I know what you're saying, man. It was a point, like, during that time, like I say, a lot of things that I was doing and experimenting with myself, because I won't even say experiment, because I was listening to my spirit. I was listening to God speak to me to do certain things and not to do certain things. But like, I understand why because I stopped wearing deodorant. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't wear deodorant, but I ain't never.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, because I don't either. What do you use now?
I don't use nothing.
It's
certain like natural oils. I have this lady, actually my wife got it, but it's like a moisturizer that's kind of made from some natural things that my wife had got, and I just use that, and it does have a scent to it. Like as far as like a lotion.
Cause I got cedar wood upstairs. I just take some cedar wood oil, rub it under my arm. I got lime oil and lemon oil, rub it on any oil that's a deodorizer.
Yeah,
put it up under your
but
arm.
like I don't use like
even lemongrass.
Just the deodorants though. Like I don't know, I can't say what it is, but I know I moved that. But it's spots on your body, man, that they entry points to. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more easy to get in your body.
Can I tell you something to try?
Go ahead.
Cut open a lime and just rub the lime under your arm. That's a natural.
And then I'll be smelling like a Corona. I'm gonna be wanting a Corona all day.
Just try it though. No, for real. Because when I first gave up deodorants, I'm like, man, because mainly Old Spice. It had aluminum in it. It kept every now and then would like scab my under armpit up. I just stopped.
You know what else I would say too? A lot of people underestimate this, but getting a sauna because it'll detox your skin. Because
I've heard that, and I haven't done it, but just to sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sweating get the toxins out.
That's
what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't sweat.
Yeah.
That's why they full of all this crap in their body and all that stuff.
For a straight month, do all astringent fruits like green apples, grapes, berries, the whole berry family. Man, I'm telling you, stuff gonna start falling out your body. You're gonna have more clarity. Just gonna be
I definitely agree with that. Your mind would definitely become clear the better you eat and the better you take care of yourself.
Do you still do dairy products?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Do you still do dairy products?
No.
So you probably experienced what I experienced. Like when you lean off the meat and the dairy products, you have that clarity. Like, damn, my mind not foggy no more.
Yeah,
especially
a lot
sugar.
Of, But no, I just noticed how dairy products just all of a sudden started fucking me up, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh. Yeah, stomach be bold, like you know what I'm saying, and it was just out of nowhere. At one moment, I start. Like,
that's lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
you on the path.
Yeah, so I don't,
But it's been a hell of a vibe being on the show, man. We want to thank you one more time for being on the show again.
Man, I want to thank y'all for having me, man. It's definitely been a.
And before we get up out of here, we want you to plug in your information one more time for the people out there.
So look, if you trying to follow me on Instagram. It's Built By God _BBG. I am on Twitter. A lot of times I will go on there, post stuff on there, but I'm not on there often. But it's the same, Built By God _BBG. And my Facebook page is Built By God -BBG.
Built by God.
You'll definitely on all of them you'll see my logo pop up. You'll know it's me.
All right, we want to thank him one more. Thank Carl one more time.
Carl Turner.
Thank you for getting the show again, man. And of course, you know who I am. I'm your boy Adrian, aka D. Stop. Go check out my channel at Adrian, aka D. Right now, I got a new video out about people who don't know their damn movies. Get it right. So until next time, peace.